I think the most important thing for people to do right now is to not panic. Omicron is the newest variant of concern as designated by the WHO. It's been designated a variant of concern because it shares some of the mutations that we've seen in other variants, such as Delta, that have been associated with immune evasion from prior infection or from vaccination, and also an increase in transmissibility. It also has a number of other mutations that we are not sure if they will impact the functionality of the virus in a way that makes it more or less severe or transmissible or anything. So we really want to keep an eye on it now before it becomes a problem so that we can respond appropriately. It was indicated to be a variant of concern because it shared mutations in common with Delta. Our vaccines still work against Delta. Our masking still works against Delta. All the pharmaceutical and non-pharmaceutical interventions that we have for prevention and for treatment all still worked against Delta. So it just remains to be seen what these new mutations mean for this virus. And I like to think of it as, as we get more information, then we'll know how to respond appropriately. It was first detected in Southern Africa. It could have originated there, but we actually don't know where it's originated from because of how rapid international travel is. We've spotted it because of the massive amounts of genetic sequencing that Southern African countries are doing. And so the case numbers are still relatively low across the globe, even though it is, has been detected in other places due to travel and due to some community spread. It's still pretty low.
All expected that if we pick up a risk which can affect humanity, we must communicate through the publicly. We must not hide anything. Now, when we do that, and then you react in this manner, you actually, wanting to promote the negative. You are saying to other nations, if you pick up something, don't tell, because otherwise you're going to pay the price.
The ministry in South Africa is absolutely correct. They are doing the most sequencing probably of any area, and they are making us aware of these variants so quickly so that we can respond appropriately. And it's not appropriate for us to shut them out as a result of it, because we in the US certainly are not doing enough genetic sequencing of our own, and we can't afford to be cut off from this information because we're so reactive to countries that share with us. I'm completely sympathetic to people who, are so COVID fatigued right now and so worried now that this Omicron variant is happening. But you have to remember, first and foremost, we don't actually know if Omicron is going to be any worse than Delta. We don't know what some of these mutations are going to do, if they're going to make it more or less infectious. So I think it's a really good idea if people are eligible for boosters to get boosters. We know from other variants that boosting with the current strain of the COVID vaccine actually increased antibody levels against all of the variants of concern that it was tested against. So there's a really good chance that it will do that for Omicron as well. And even if Omicron does have more immune evasion than, say, Delta did, it's not bringing us back to square one. It's not bringing us down to having the vaccines be completely useless. We can still layer our protection and reduce case counts. I think the most important thing for people to do right now is to not panic. We have a global collaboration of scientists, which we have never seen on this scale before, and so quickly are sharing information that we're going to get information quickly, we're going to get answers quickly, and panicking is not going to make this any better for you. So just try to stay calm, pick a few trusted resources that you can really rely on, and listen to what they have to say when the information becomes available.